All right, guys. Hello. Good evening. Hello, everyone.
Hello, teacher.
Hello.
Hi, teacher. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you today?
Excellent, teacher. Thank you. And you?
I'm doing good. Thank you. All right. Excellent. So I think we're almost complete. We have almost all of our students, so we can start right away. Let's start our class number 5. This is the part 1, the first block of the class of level B2.1. And today is June 15th, 2023. So let me show you the agenda very quickly. We're going to check the discussion that you had yesterday during our class. So I'm going to check your answers very quickly. Then we're going to do a Kahoot activity just to review the topics of Unit 10. We're going to cover the word spot, so speak and talk. And then we're going to start Unit 11, okay? So the topic of Unit 11 is hypothetical situations in the present. We're going to continue working on page 106. And finally, an activity called Find Someone Who. So you will work in groups, speaking, and you will take some notes about this activity, all right? So let's start by checking the attendance quickly. I will turn off my camera just for a moment so we can check the attendance. Gerson Arismendi.
Present, teacher.
All right. Jean-Claude Barrera.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Yesid Calderon.
Present, teacher.
All right. Natalia Camargo.
Present, teacher.
Andrés Correa.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Silvia Cuellar.
Present, teacher.
Johan Duque. Elkin Fernández. Julián Figueroa.
Present, teacher.
Ginette Fontecha.
Present, teacher.
Carlos Galán.
Present, teacher.
Mabel Gamboa.
Present, teacher.
Okay. José Alejandro Gómez.
I'm here, teacher.
Okay. And Lisette Tarazona.
Present, teacher.
All right. Excellent, guys. So let's see. As I was telling you, we are going to begin today by checking your the discussions that you had yesterday in groups. So let's check that. I will focus mainly on the questions, so what you discussed and your answers. All right. So let's start with Carlos, Andres, and Jean-Claude. Can one of you read your answers, please? The questions and the answers. It can be only one student from this group.
Okay, teacher. Number 1, do you think is necessary to know about the private life of a candidate to know if he's suitable or not?
Suitable or not?
Yes, the answer is again.
Yes.
Teacher? Okay. We believe, teacher, can you put on more soon, please? Thank you. We believe that the private life of the person must be respected. The worker must be judged during his working hours. Number 2.
Yes.
In your opinion, should the fast food advert featuring call center workers singing with their mouths full have received so many complaints? We think that this advertising shouldn't have many complaints because there are other types of ads that are more violent and which more dangerous content for people, especially children.
Mhm.
Number two.
Yes.
Okay, teacher. What is the minimum age a person should be to watch a crime investigation series? In our opinion, we consider that the minimum age to watch this type of series is 16 years old because it may offer affect or
Mhm.
influence children's behavior.
Mhm.
And number four, to what extent should people's privacy be respected? Social networks are private. The information should only be handled by the owner of the profile or the social network, nobody else.
Nobody else. Okay, yeah, it's good. I like your questions and they have good answers. So good job on this part. Thank you. Thank you, Carlos, Andres, and Jean-Claude. Let's go with the next one. Who's the next group? It's Jose, Elkin, and Gerson. Okay, so let's have one student can share your answers, okay, for the questions. 1, 2, 3, 4. You had four questions, so let's see who is going to be. Okay. Elkin or Gerson? One moment.
Yes, teacher. Me?
One moment. Okay, let me just 1 second. I'll show you again.
Okay.
Okay. Hmm, one moment, guys. Okay, let's continue. Okay, Gerson.
Hey, teacher. First,
Mhm.
do you think advertising regulation has changed over the years? Yes, as the values that govern society change, regulation must change as well. Each person has the right to report what they consider inappropriate, especially if it violates norms or incites hatred towards any group, entity, or animal.
Mhm.
Read all questions, teacher?
Yes, yes, you can read all of them. No problem.
Okay. In your opinion, employers should check the social media? Uh, no, because the employer could find personal information that isn't important for the job, but it could have a lot of influence in his decision as religion, politics, sexual orientation. And we think there are other resources to validate if the background or and qualification information is reliable.
Mhm. Okay.
Uh, do you believe that critiques of fiction series like CSI should be based on real experience? Cinema has the possibility to explore different territories down our everyday life. So it should not always be expected to be faithful to reality. However, it is commendable when a series has the regard to refer to real case and situation, especially when its theme is based on something as serious as criminal police work.
As a police
And
work,
final,
okay.
uh, what are some of the critiques faced by the TV series CSI? Uh, Today, the TV series CSI has garnered critics for various quarters, including police experts and parents groups. Police experts have raised concern about the show's inaccuracies, inaccuracies, inaccuracies,
Inaccuracies.
inaccuracies, which may deviate from the realities of forensic investigation in real life. On the other hand, parents groups have voiced their apprehension regarding the explicit uh, portrayal of sex and violence, considering the current societal standards and the potential impact on viewers, particularly younger audience.
Okay, particularly younger audiences. Okay. Yes, guys, good. The only recommendation in this part, it was, I wanted you to discuss, like, some questions related to the topic, but that you can give your opinion, not so much to report what the text said, but to give your own thoughts or your own opinion. Especially in this, the last one, you are just telling me part of the text, right? So, what were the criticisms that this TV show presented? What you had to do was like to give your own opinion, on like what do you think about the criticisms that are presented by the series CSI, etc. Okay, so the idea was this: to give your opinion, to discuss about these topics, and not to report what we just read.
Okay, teacher. Thank
Mhm.
you for your
All
feedback.
right, thank you. Next is Johan, Jeanette, and Lisette. So one of you can read your answers, please.
Okay. Do you think that series like CSI should be shown at a specific time where it cannot be seen by children? We think it should be shown at a specific time because children can be confused with this type of content. We should protect children because they learn the things that they see.
Mhm.
The second, in your opinion, can adverts change people's behavior? We think that children and young people follow trends and it can change their behavior because they don't have a well developed personality.
Yes.
The third, what do you think about employers making decisions based on your social networks? We believe that it is not necessary because we are very different in our work life to our personal life. But we also believe that there are important things that can be deduced from the publications that people make. But in general, we don't consider it necessary. And the last
Okay.
one, what do you think about hand over your passwords as a sign of trust to employers? We think it violates privacy, it is illegal, and it is not necessary because it doesn't prove anything. Trust can be shown in different ways, not giving your passwords.
Yes. Okay. What do you think about handing over? Would be better about handing over is an action de entregar tus contraseñas. After think about, the verb has to include ing. Okay. So handing over your password as a sign of trust to employers. All right. Good guys. Good questions, and You had your conclusions very clear. So overall, it was a good job. Okay, thank you, Jeanette, Lisette, and Johan. Then we have group number 4. It was Silvia, Julian, and Mabel.
Okay, me, teacher. I'm going to read.
Okay.
The first one. Can violence in adverts affect the person's behavior, belief, and also the popularity of a company? The answer is yes, because it strengthens someone's belief or desires. Maybe they want to do something that it isn't socially correct, and then they see the advert and think it's correct or normal to do it. Also, it can be affects the company reputation because something gross, violent, and weird or disrespectful isn't normal or socially acceptable. If people don't like it, of course, its reputation is going to decrease. The second one, okay, what percentage of employers check potential employers on Facebook? The article mentions that anywhere between 40 and 90% of employers nowadays check out potential employees on Facebook. Third one
Okay.
is, do you think that violence and sex are the main reasons to attract so much audience to CSI? People have always been attracted by things like morbid, so it is a strong point for be attractive for people. The fourth one, what are employers typically looking for when they check candidates on social media profiles? Employers are typically looking for information that helps them assess whether a candidate is a well-rounded person who will fit in with their company culture. And the last one, is it legal for employers to ask for password settings or read private online conversations? It is not legal because as it violates the privacy of others.
Okay, violate the privacy of others. Okay, we have some correction, like here, for example, morbid things. By things like morbid, no, like by morbid things. And here, of course, the reputation is going to decrease. You don't need it because you already have the reputation, right? The reputation is going to decrease
Yes, teacher.
without the it, okay? Or I guess the same recommendation I did for group number 2. For example, this question, it's only reporting what you read in the article and not discussing your opinion, okay? What percentage of employers, this is just about the article, you are telling me what, or reporting. We wanted, or the idea was to discuss and give your opinion about these certain topics, okay?
Okay, teacher. Thank
All
you.
right. And finally, group number 5, it's Natalia and Yesit. Okay, so only for 1 and 2.
Okay, teacher. In your opinion, why do people like violent crime series? In our opinion, it fits our natural desire to solve puzzles and mysteries. And the second is, what do you think about a child watching CSI that could change their behavior?
Yes.
We believe that yes, because the series contains graphic images of violence and sex. so his personality could be affected.
Okay.
And three, how can companies make commercials that are not offensive to other people?
Mhm.
We thought they could carry out satisfaction surveys before airing the commercial. In this way, they can have real opinions and change parts of their commercials before publishing them.
Okay.
And the last is, do you think that people are sometimes too sensitive to advertisement? Yes, we believe that in this age, crystal people are too easily offended. Sometimes they are right, but other times they are too ridiculous.
Okay. Very good. Yes, I like these questions because you gave your opinion. So, what do you think they changed the behavior, or you gave some extra ideas how the companies can carry out satisfaction surveys and all of this? Okay. Well done, guys. Good job. Thank you. Okay, now we checked our questions, our activity that we shared yesterday. So let's start with our topic for today immediately. I don't think we have enough time for the Kahoot right now. So maybe I'll send the link for you if you want to practice the extra practice for Unit 10. So because we need to finish the page 101 and also start Unit 11, so we're going just to continue with the activities from our book, okay? So let's check on page 101. We have use of words speak and talk. We're going to see the differences between them, okay? We have 13 sentences here, and you have to complete each sentence using either speak or talk. So I want you to take some minutes to see if you know these phrases, or do you recognize when to use speak or when to use talk, okay? For example, the first one is actions speak louder than words. Las acciones hablan, dicen más que las palabras. This means that what you do is more important than what you say. So I'll give you some time, some minutes to check the others. Think about if you needed to complete it with speak or with talk, okay? This is for on page 101. 101. All right, I'll give you some time and then we can check together. Okay, guys, let me know when you are ready, okay? All right, guys, let's check which answers did you get for this activity. So, Andres, can you read number 2 and tell me which verb did you choose? Speak or talk?
Okay, teacher. Number one, two.
2. Yes.
Okay, teacher. Someone who speaks their mind isn't afraid to say exactly what they mean.
Exactly. Yes. Speak their mind. Carlos, for number 3.
Okay, teacher. Number 3 is rude for work colleagues to talk shop
Yes, to talk.
when outsiders are present.
Yes. Then, no, Elkin, number 4.
He knows what he's talking about. He's an expert on gardening.
Yes.
Gardening.
Gardening. All right. Talking about Jeanette, number 5.
If you speak highly of someone, you say good things about them.
To speak highly of someone. It is correct. Jean-Claude, number 6.
Talk point is as just subject last of people want to discuss.
A talk point, in this case, is talking point. A talking point is a
Okay,
subject
talking
lots
point.
of people want to discuss. Yes. Gerson, number 7.
Speak radio has phone ins and interviews rather than music.
Speak radio, no, this is talk radio.
Talk.
Yes. Or talks. And radio has phonemes. I think it's talking radio. Let me see. I don't remember the answer. It's number 7. Talk radio. Talk radio has phone-ins and interviews rather than music. In the entrevistas, okay? People call and talk. Well, let's continue with Julian, number 8. Julian?
Hello, 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 hello. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
If your voice is very quiet, people may ask you talk up. Speak up, sorry.
Speak up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Speak up.
to speak up. Good. Lisette, number 9.
Talking to yourself is often considered to be a sign of eccentricity.
Yes, correct. Talking to yourself is considered a sign of eccentricity. Mavely, number 10.
A small talk is polite, friendly conversation about an important topic.
Yes, a small talk. Como esa charla en español, ¿cómo decimos? Porque no existe esa frase. Small talk. Like when you meet someone on the street, like, hello, how are you? Oh, how's your family? Okay, good. Bye bye. This is like a small talk, okay? Polite, friendly conversation about unimportant topics. Okay, it's next is Natalia. 11.
Teacher. They had a few arguments, and then they haven't been on a speaking terms.
On speaking terms is correct. Sylvia, number 12.
Teacher, I don't know. Peace talks are negotiations between the two sides in a war.
Yes, peace talk are negotiations between the two sides in a war. And you see the last one, number 13.
Okay, Lynn. A talk show feature interviews with celebrity guests.
Can you repeat? Sorry.
A talk show.
A talk show. Yes. A talk show features interviews with celebrity guests. All right. Excellent, guys. Very good. So let's complete the diagram. I'll give you again some minutes. You're going to use the diagram to complete it with phrases from the first exercise. So, for example, the first phrase can be actions speak louder than words. Yes, Gerson?
Teacher, could you share the answer again, please?
Okay, no problem. Yes. Let's see. There we have the answers.
Thank you, teacher.
All right. Perfect. So you're going to check and complete the chart, the diagrams, with phrases from the first exercise. So actions speak louder than words. You can write it here, okay? Actions than words. This is a common phrase with the word speak, okay? So you're going to do the same with the others. Again, I'll give you a couple of minutes, and then when you are ready, let me know. So we are going to socialize the answers. Okay, let's check. And there's a question on the chat. There's no clarity when to use talk or speak. So generally, we can use one or the other, okay? You don't, in some cases, we can use just one or the other, it doesn't matter. So what is exactly the difference? So here you can see, oh, this is in Spanish now. This one. So speak is when we talk communication in one direction. For example, I'm speaking in this moment is only one direction. We are not having a conversation. Okay, so I'm speaking to you. When we talk about speaking languages, ask to speak to someone. I'm asking to speak to one of you, or informal situations. Talk is focused on conversations. We can say learn how to talk. Talk to yourself is more informal, or informal situations, okay? In these particular cases, they are predetermined phrases. Estas son frases ya usadas en el inglés. Por ejemplo, esta actions speak louder than words. No vamos a decir actions talk louder than words, okay? They are just phrases that are predetermined in the language, okay? But in some cases, we can use speak or talk. It doesn't matter, okay? So the next one to complete here is speak. Another phrase that we can use. Let's complete it, guys. Speak their mind, right? Speak your mind. Another phrase for speak.
Speak highly.
Speak highly. Highly, hablar bien de alguien, to speak highly of someone. It is correct. Another one.
Speak up.
Speak up. Speak up. Alzar la voz, speak up. And any other?
Speaking terms.
In speaking terms. In speaking terms.
Teacher, what is that word?
Speaking terms. So, for example, when you fight with your mom or with your sister or brother and you don't speak to each other for maybe 1 day or 2, you can say, we are not on speaking terms. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
This is the meaning. So when you are not talking to someone or speaking to someone, you say, because you are mad, angry, oh, we are not on speaking terms right now. No estamos hablando. Okay. And for talk, what are the phrases that we can use? Talk to yourself, for example. Talk to yourself. What else?
Talking about?
Talking about.
Small talk.
Small talk. Talking about. Talking about what? What is
Talking a point.
Talking point. Los puntos a hablar, a tratar de talking point. Talk shop. Right? To talk shop. About work. To talk about work. What else?
Talk radio.
Talk what?
Radio.
Radio talk. Radio talk or talk radio?
Talk radio.
Radio. Talk radio. Talk radio. Can you repeat? What else?
Talk yourself.
Talk show. Yes. Talk show.
He starts.
Can you repeat? I couldn't understand.
He starts.
Is In which one?
12.
12, teacher.
12. Oh, peace talks. Sorry, I couldn't understand. Peace talks. Yes. Yes, Carlos?
Yes, teacher, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
The letter say is
Say. The word
or
say.
is not common.
It's another thing. Say is decir. It's not similar to speak or talk. Say is decir. Okay? It's more similar to tell. Okay?
Yes, teacher, but it's not common or is common.
Yes, or all of them are common. It's just different uses. This is say es más el decir y no el hablar. Okay? Dijo tal cosa. She said she was tired. She said to me. Okay? Entonces, speak y talk son hablar, say and tell, ambas son decir. So they have all different uses. Okay? All right. Excellent, guys. So, well, this was our last part of Unit 10. Let's close it here. Let's see if I can zoom out. Okay. Yes. We're going to start Unit 11 today. And for that, we're going to open the book on page 106 and 107. All right? This part, the title of Unit 11 is Life Issues. So first, we're going to see the first grammatical structure. It is about hypothetical situations, okay? So before we check the topic and then we explain, let's see the questions. We have the questions of what if. ¿Qué tal si? ¿Qué pasaría si? What if? And all of these different situations, okay? So we're going to read the questions and then let's discuss what do you think would happen in these situations if this was real, okay? So what if in a world where science has made almost anything imaginable, think outside the box and imagine if everyday things we all take for granted were different. Do you know what is to take something for granted? What's the meaning of this, to take something for granted? No?
No, teacher.
Dar por sentado. In Spanish, like maybe your house or that you have food every day, you take these things for granted. Damos estas cosas por sentado, right? We don't think, oh, this could go away any moment. No, we just don't think about it. We take it for granted, okay? So the situation says, imagine if everyday things that you have on your life were different, if these things were different, okay? So we're going to read each situation. What if? The first one, let's see, maybe Natalia, the first, number one.
Okay, teacher. How would the world change if we learn to communicate with other species like dogs or cows?
How would the world change if we learn to communicate with other species like dogs or cows? Lisette, can you read number two, please?
What if we had the power to read each other's thoughts? How would life be different?
If we had the power to read each other's thoughts, how life would be different. Elkin, read number three, please.
Imagine if everyone could choose their children's appearance. How would the human race change?
If you could choose your children's appearance, how would the human race change? ¿Cómo cambiaría la raza humana? Andrés, read number four.
Okay, teacher, suppose that men could give birth just like women, how would the world change?
Suppose a man could give birth. How would the world change? Jeanette, number 5.
Imagine that a harmless drug was invented so that we no longer needed to sleep. What would the effects be?
What would the effects be? And Jean-Claude, number 6.
Okay, teacher. What if people had to pass an exam before they could become parents? How will society change?
Yes, how would society change? All right, any words that are new to you in this part? Maybe harmless? What is harmless? Hmm? No idea? Is inofensivo. So imagine that a harmless drug was invented so that we no longer needed to sleep. Que ya no necesitáramos dormir. What would the effects be? Okay, guys, so as you can see, all of these situations are unreal. We are imagining them in the present or maybe in the future, right? All of these situations are not real and they talk about the present or maybe the future, okay? So before we check the grammar part, let's read some comments that can match with these imaginary situations, okay? Let's read it and then we're going to match it to each situation. The first comment, please read it, Julian, for Kathy K.
I think this would be horrible. I wouldn't be able to spend all those hours under my lovely David. I would have to spend more hours at work with my horrible boss. No, no, no.
Okay. What is duvet? You guys know?
A
It's the same.
harmless drug?
It's the same
Duvet?
as in Spanish. This is a duvet. Okay. So she's talking about I wouldn't be able to spend those hours under my lovely duvet. I would have to spend more hours at work. What is the situation she's referring to?
5, teacher.
Situation 5, yeah. So if you didn't have to sleep, then you would have to work more and more hours. She said, absolutely not. So first comment is for situation number 5. Okay, let's read the second. Second comment, Mabeli.
I really wish we could do this. I have got a dog and 2 cats, and I wish I knew what they were thinking and what they really wanted. It would be so cool to have a chat with them.
Okay, so which situation is she referring to?
Number one.
Number
Number
one,
one.
yes. If we learned to communicate with dogs, cows, cats, she said she wished she knew what they were thinking and what they really wanted. Okay, very good. Next comment, let's read it. Yes, it. Call from us.
Okay. It will be a bit difficult to carry on eating them. Wouldn't it? It might feel a bit like cannibalism. I was.
I guess. So cannibalism, what do you think is the situation? Also number
Maybe number
1. Yes,
one.
it's the same situation. I agree with this comment actually. If we could speak to animals, talk to animals, it would feel like worse to continue eating them, right? It would be so terrible for me. So I agree with this. Next one, let's see, maybe who hasn't read? Maybe Sylvia? Jeremy J.
Okay, teacher. Actually, I think it's time that people got some kind of qualification or training to become a parent. A lot of the world's problems are due to bad parenting if you look around.
So which is the situation?
6.
Number 6. If
Yes.
people had to pass an exam to become, oh, number 6, yes, to become parents.
I
Okay.
agree.
Yes, I do too. I also think this could be really beneficial for, especially for the kids, right? If they have, the
Yes.
parents are trained or have some qualifications, it would be very good. Okay, let's see. Maybe Carlos, you can read the next comment. Jenny?
Yes, teacher. Lol. If only this was true, I guess a painless way of giving birth would be invite pretty quickly, wouldn't it?
What is the comment? What do you think it's referring to? A painless way of giving birth would be invented pretty quickly. Maybe number 4, this situation. If men could give birth like women, she said, oh, maybe a painless, indolora, a painless way of giving birth, the dar a luz, would be invented quite quickly. What do you guys think? Do you agree with this comment? Do you disagree? Imagine this, if men could give birth, how would the world would be different?
I'm not agree with the like the comment of the Jenny. The name.
You
But
agree
yes.
or no?
Why? No.
Okay.
O sea, why? O sea, like the woman has to like to, I don't know how to say, like como soportar the pain.
Okay.
And why men can like support endure this pain just because they are men. They need to invent a way of giving birth without pain. I'm not agree with that.
You don't agree? I don't know. It's of course it's impossible to imagine the situation for us, but it's just for me interesting to think what could happen if the world was like this, right? If both men and women could give birth. Natalia says there will be fewer children in the world. Men are not very brave with pain. In my experience, I agree. Men don't handle pain as well as women. That's what I think. I don't know if the guys, the men in the class have a different opinion, or do you agree? Do you disagree? No, no comments? Everyone is silent. Okay. And let's check the last comment, guys. If we found out what our friends really thought of us, we would get a few shocks, I imagine. I am not sure this would be such a great idea. Okay, so this is talking about thoughts. The situation is what number?
2.
Number 2. Okay, number 2. Yes, to find out what our friends really thought of us. Okay, guys, so tell me, looking at these answers, what do you see in common in the grammatical structure? And what tense are we using in these sentences? Is it present? Is it future? Is it past? What is the tense? El tiempo, the tense that we are using here.
Future?
Past.
It is past, really. Here we have, let me show you. Would is a past, or could is a modal. I wish I knew what they really wanted is also the past. It would be a bit difficult. It might, so we use modals. Here it's time people got some qualifications. If only this was true, so it's also in past. And here, if we found out what our friends really thought of us, we'd get a few shocks. Okay, yes, so the tense is past. But are we talking about the past? Really? Or what are we talking about?
An hypothetical
No,
situation.
In
in a
hypothetical
Yes.
situation.
imaginary situation in
These
the future.
are imaginary situations or hypothetical situations, can be in the present or in the future, okay? So this is what we're going to focus on today, guys. In page 161, we have our summary, okay? So let's see. When we're talking about these hypothetical situations, we use the past tense, okay? For example, I don't have a cat, but if I had one, no tengo un gato, pero si tuviera uno, so I talk in the past, I would call it Henry, okay? Lo llamaría Henry. It is raining now. If it wasn't raining, we could eat outside. All of this is hypothetical. Está lloviendo ahora. Si no estuviera lloviendo, podríamos comer. Okay, so what is the name for this? The name is the unreal past. It's like something that we wish happened, but that it didn't happen, okay? So this is why we call it the unreal past. Give me a moment, guys. Just a second. All right, good. So we use in this tense or this type of sentences, we have often a condition, right? If conditional sentence, this is in the past, okay? La condición en estas oraciones va en el tiempo pasado. If I had more time, entonces la condición, si tuviera más tiempo, ¿qué haría? Entonces, en la main clause, en la cláusula principal, usamos would, yo haría, yo visitaría, yo comería. So is would, or we can use another model like could, might, or would, okay? Si tuviéramos más tiempo, yo empezaría a ir al gimnasio o yo podría aprender a manejar, okay? So in the condition, we have the past. And for the main, we have would, could, or might, okay? Other modal verbs. Okay? Do we have questions until this point? No? Okay. So if there are questions, guys, please raise your hand. Tell me on the chat. We can solve them as we go. So in certain phrases, when we are talking about the unreal past, we use where with he, she, or it, okay? Remember we talked about this before in previous levels. If I were you, or if Rachel were here, she would know what to do, okay? Some people consider this too formal and old-fashioned. Entonces, en este tiempo con he, she o it, este uso, if Rachel were here, a veces lo vemos, pero algunas personas lo consideran como demasiado formal o anticuado, ¿ok? Entonces, en este caso, preferimos el uso del was. If Rachel was here, she would know what to do. Normalmente, ¿no? Rachel was. Cuando vean were, entonces no es que esté mal, no es incorrecto. Entonces, es una posibilidad, pero no lo vamos a escuchar tanto en el día a día porque se considera muy formal o anticuado, ¿ok? ¿Cuál sí es común? El de con yo, ¿ok? I were you. If I were you, si yo fuera tú, I would study for the exam. Si yo fuera tú, estudiaría para el examen, ¿ok? En este caso, con el I, el yo, sí es muy común el uso del were, ¿ok? En estas oraciones. All right? I would tell her about it if I were you. Okay, now we have, yes, Carlos, go ahead.
Yes, teacher, this use of were is about future intention or maybe?
No, this is unreal, lo que llamamos el pasado irreal, es como una situación hipotética. No es el futuro, es como, en este caso, si yo fuera tú, le contaría a ella o le diría a ella, ¿ok? Es una, pero no soy tú, es una situación hipotética, hypothetical situation, ¿ok?
Okay, teacher.
This is the use, not for future, but is hypothetical. Okay, this is will. If, eso es un tipo de situaciones hipotéticas con el if, vimos que usamos el verbo en pasado. If you did this, you would, y la otra cláusula va con would o otro verbo modal. Would, could o might. Otro tipo de situaciones imaginarias que podemos ver es con el wish y el if only, ¿ok? Pues estas frases también son muy comunes en inglés. Usamos el pasado irreal, unreal past, with if only and I wish. Ambos hablan de situaciones imaginarias o hipotéticas. I wish I could speak Spanish. Este I wish es como un ojalá, ¿o no? O yo deseo. En español lo traduciríamos como ojalá. Ojalá yo pudiera hablar español. I wish I could speak Spanish. I can't speak it, but I would like to do it, okay? Entonces, I wish I could speak Spanish. If only we had a map. Si tan solo tuviéramos un mapa con nosotros. Okay, if only es si tan solo. So here we use the verb in past, okay, in past simple. I wish I could speak Spanish or with a modal verb. If only we had a map with us, okay? Then we have wish plus would or wouldn't. Entonces, este es un uso también muy común. El wish más would or wouldn't. I wish my boss would give me a pay rise. Esto lo usamos para hablar de cosas que me gustaría que sucedan, pero que no creo que van a suceder, ¿ok? Me gustaría, ojalá mi jefe me diera un aumento, ¿ok? This is the sentence in Spanish. Ojalá mi jefe me diera un aumento. I wish my boss would give me a pay rise, ¿ok? I don't think this is going to happen, but I would like this to happen. I wish you wouldn't. This is a very common phrase to express annoyance, okay? What is annoyance? Comes from the word annoying.
¿Molestia?
Yes, molestia. So, I wish you wouldn't. Esta frase es muy común cuando queremos demostrar molestia con alguien. I wish you would hurry up. Ojalá te apuraras. ¿Ok? Soy molesto. Quiero que te apures. Yes, I wish you would hurry up. You are being very slow. ¿Ok? I can say, for example, to my family, I wish you would wash the dishes after you eat, ¿ok? Entonces estoy expresando una molestia. Ojalá hicieras esto, ¿ok? Quiero que lo hagas. Me molesta, entonces estoy expresándolo de esa manera, ¿ok? This is the use of wish you plus would or wouldn't. Okay? Are we clear so far about wish or if only?
Teacher, I have a question, sorry.
Mhm.
The first one, the first
Hmm?
sentences, no, knowing this, the first one
Hmm?
with yes. What is the difference in with that to use the verb in past? I don't have a cat, but if I had one,
Mhm.
because why we don't use the would have? If I would
Okay,
have,
ok. Entonces aquí es importante reconocer si tenemos el if, la cláusula es la condición. If es la condición. Y la otra oración que venga es como la principal. Entonces no podemos decir si yo hubiera tener, ¿ok? O si yo tendría uno, lo llamaría Henry. El would, recordemos siempre es esa terminación, haría, iría, ¿ok? Tendría uno, en español no tiene sentido tampoco. Si yo tendría uno, lo llamaría Henry. O si yo tuviera uno, lo llamaría Henry.
okay, teacher,
¿Ok?
thank you.
The verb here is in past. Si yo tuviera, entonces ahí sí, esa es la condición. Si yo lo tuviera, va en pasado. La otra sí viene con would. Lo llamaría, lo llevaría, lo visitaría, etcétera, etcétera. ¿Ok? So the condition is in past. All right. Okay, guys, so we continue here. I wish you would hurry up. Ojalá te apuraras. If there is no possibility to change, we use the past simple. Esta es importante. Si no hay posibilidad de cambio, si sabemos que esa situación no va a cambiar, debemos usar el pasado simple y no el would. Por ejemplo, I wish you were taller. Si le digo a alguien, ojalá fueras más alto, ¿ok? ¿Él puede cambiarlo o no? No, you cannot change this. So here we use were, the past simple. Usamos el pasado simple. I wish you were taller, okay? In this one, I wish you would be more helpful. En esta sí hay posibilidad de cambio. Yo, ojalá tú fueras más proactivo, ¿sí? Como más helpful. Útil, fueras más interesado. So this you can change, this you cannot, ¿ok? Cuando no lo podemos cambiar, we use past simple. I wish you were taller. When we can't change it, cuando sí hay posibilidad de cambio, usamos el would, ¿ok? I wish you would be more helpful. Okay? Next, the final part here. We cannot use wish plus would when the subject is the same. Entonces vamos a analizarlo. Yo puedo decir, I wish I knew the answer. Ojalá yo supiera la respuesta. I wish I knew the answer. No puedo decir, I wish I would know the answer. Esto sería incorrecto, ¿ok? No, porque yo ya sé que esto no va a cambiar. Si soy yo, I wish I knew the answer, pero no sé la respuesta. Ojalá la supiera, pero no la sé y eso no lo puedo cambiar en este momento. Entonces, nunca voy a poder usar would si el sujeto es el mismo. ¿Ok? Here. I wish I siempre va a ser con pasado simple y no con el would. ¿Ok? Siguiendo esta regla, porque no lo puedo cambiar. And also, well, to finish in this part, we can use the unreal past after this phrase. It's time. It's time people change their attitude towards plastic surgery. Entonces, it's time people change. Usamos el verbo en pasado. demuestra que nos dice, ya es hora de que las personas cambiaran su actitud hacia la cirugía plástica, ¿ok? It's time people change, demuestra como ya es tarde, ¿sí? Ya debieron haberlo hecho antes. Entonces, en estos casos con la frase it's time también podemos usar el pasado o unreal past, ¿ok? This is the unreal past. Okay, guys. So questions about this so far? No questions? Okay, so to summarize here, you can see. Un pequeño resumen. Wish o if only más el pasado simple. This is talking about the present, okay? Cosas que no son reales ahora, pero que podrían ser reales en el futuro. I wish I could speak French, okay? When we use wish or if only plus would, generalmente es para hablar de hábitos o cosas que nos irritan, nos molestan. I wish it would rain. Ojalá lloviera, right? I wish it would rain. The garden really needs some water. Entonces, el would específicamente, se refiere a cosas que nos molestan o que nos generan como cierta, sí, problema, angustia, molestia. Usamos el would. I wish it would be more helpful. I wish it would rain. Okay? Well, this is the final part of the grammar. I don't know if there are any questions or we can go to the practice. Maybe after the practice, you will have some questions, right? Okay, guys, so to practice, let's go to page 107 again. Page 107, you have 7 imaginary situations in point number 1. You're going to complete the sentences with the correct form of the verb that is in parentheses, okay? For example, what if the sun become so strong that it burned us immediately? How life changed? Okay, I'll help you with the first one. What if the sun became, yes, what if the sun became so strong that it burned, sin past, it burned us immediately? How would life change? It's correct. How would life change? ¿Cómo cambiaría la vida? Okay? Okay, let's do the other, guys. Let's do the other 6, 2 to 7. And then we can share your answers. All right, guys, let me know when you are ready, okay? Okay, guys, are you ready or do you need a bit more time?
More time,
One
teacher.
more minute, more time, teacher.
Okay, no problem. All right, guys, let me know on the chat once you are ready, okay? So we can check the answers together. Okay, guys, I think you are ready. So let's check. For the second one, any volunteer that would like to? Okay, Mabeli, go ahead.
And number 2, yes, teacher?
Yes.
I think it means that the government passed allow banning people from eating meat. What will happen?
Okay, it is correct. What would imagine the government pass a law banning people from eating meat? What would happen? This is correct. What would happen? Okay, for the next, Julian, I see your hand.
Mm. Will life be different? Sorry. How will life be different if a drug was invented that stopped people from ever feeling depressed?
Okay, how would life be different if a drug? Can you repeat?
If a
A
drug
drug.
was invented that
Yes,
stopped,
people from feeling depressed. It is
yeah.
correct. Okay. Yes. Next, another volunteer. Yes, see it? I see.
Okay, teacher. Number 4.
Yes.
Suppose couples,
Couples.
sorry, teacher. So suppose couples were not allowed to divorce it. What will the effects be?
What would the effects be? It is correct. When allowed to divorce, what would the effects be? Okay. Another one for another student.
Teacher, maybe
Okay, Gerson, number 5.
imagine if we had no sense of smell, what difference would it make to our life?
Yes, it is correct. What difference would it make to our lives? Okay, good. Number 6, another person, please.
Teacher,
Go ahead, Sylvia.
how would our life be different if a cure was discovered for all false and minor viruses?
Viruses, minor
Viruses, yes.
viruses. Yes. How would our lives be different if a cure was discovered for all colds are minor viruses? Okay, and the last one, number 7.
Okay, teacher. Imagine if pollution got so bad that private ownership of cars were banned. What will happen?
Yes, imagine if pollution got so bad that the private ownership of cars was banned. What would happen? All right, guys. Excellent.
Is correct to say where?
In this
What?
case, no, because we are talking about ownership is la propiedad, como tenencia de carros. So it's a thing. No es carros, sino la propiedad. Okay? So it's it.
Okay.
Okay? All right. But I am very happy that you got all the answers correct. Any questions? Any doubts still? There you have the answers. No, this is not it. Became so strong. El verbo burnt tiene las dos formas, ed o t. Okay? Past, would happen, would life be, was invented, stopped, or could stop. Podría ser cualquiera de las dos, ¿ok? Aquí, could stop o stopped. Weren't allowed. Might the effects. Puede ser cualquiera, ¿ok? En este caso, con el would o con el might, podríamos usar uno o el otro, ¿ok? Don't worry if the answers are different. Had, would it make, would our lives be, and was discovered, got, was banned, and would have. Okay, do you have any questions about this? It's clear? Okay, listen guys, so I'm going to give you a little bit of homework that we're going to check tomorrow, yes, in our class. So here we have is wishful thinking, like pensar en positivo, like wishful thinking. So you have 12 sentences about situations. If I could be any animal, I think I would be maybe a dolphin or I don't know, a dog. Okay, you can complete. You are going to complete at least 5 of these sentences. Okay, at least 5. You're going to choose. We have 12. You are going to choose 5. I often imagine what it would be like if, a menudo imagino cómo sería si tal cosa. I often imagine what it would be like if I lived in a different country, okay, for example. So this is the homework, okay? Choose at least 5. Tomorrow at the beginning of our class, I'll ask you about this, okay? So, is it clear what we have to do?
Yes, teacher.
Yes? Right, yes. So that is all for today. We can finish. Yes. So there's a question on the chat, sorry, that verbs in the past can not only mean that something already happened, but we can use in hypothetical or unreal future. Yes, exactly. This is our topic today. So we can see that the past structure not always refers to the past. In these examples, like I wish or if only or if I had more time, todas estas con condiciones y el I wish y el if only son situaciones hipotéticas e imaginarias, okay? For the present or the future, all right? Ready, guys. So we can finish for today. We didn't have enough time to do the activity in groups. Maybe at the beginning of our lesson tomorrow, we can take some time to do this exercise, find someone who, just to continue the practice of the unreal past. I have an extra link for you. This is no homework. This is just an extra activity if you want to practice a little bit more about wishes or the unreal past, okay? There you have the link in the chat. Okay, guys, that is all. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you, teacher. Bye.
Thank you,
Thank you,
teacher. Bye.
teacher.